morning guys, so we're on our Tuesday mobility session as always, and it's our general flexibility session, so it hopefully appeals to everyone, whether you're a complete beginner or you're more advanced, because obviously it's still beneficial to do this kind of stretching whatever level you're at. So let's start standing, and then we'll start looking to the right hand side, and then looking to the left, and looking up, and then bring the head down, then just tilting the head from the side and to the other side, and shrugging the shoulders back. Big circles, bring the shoulders all the way to the ears, and then backwards, circling around and forwards. So we're trying to keep the rest of the body isolated, just focusing on the shoulder movement. And bring the arms backwards, lifting all the way by the ears, circling around. And then bring the arms forwards, my toes. And into our hip circles. So again, trying to push the hips all the way forwards and then all the way back. And then the other way. And just bring the arms out to the side, and then we get into our lateral flexion, leaning over to one side. Again, in this position, make sure the body's not coming forwards or overarching. We should be staying in line with the wall. And flattening down the back, bring the arm to the wall in front of us. Both legs should be straight, back should be flat. And then bring the hands either side of the leg, dropping the head down to the chest. Sorry, the chest down to the leg. And then coming into the middle, bring the arms through the middle. Again, keeping those legs straight. And reaching to the other side, chest flat down to the leg. Flattening down the back, reaching the hand to the wall. And bring the arms out to the side and then reaching over. So bring the arms up to the ceiling, legs coming together, and then bringing the hands down the legs, walking down all the way to the bottom if you can. Trying to grab behind the ankles, trying to pull the chest in to the legs. Again, legs should be straight, and we should be keeping the weight for the front of the feet. It shouldn't be dropping to the heels. And try and pull the chest a little bit closer into the legs. We're holding for another 10. 5, 2, 1, and dropping down to the knees into our wrist stretch, hands facing forwards, and then leaning forwards. And let's come onto the knuckles of the hands. And hands to the side, leaning to one side. Then to the other side. And hands facing towards the body. And leaning backwards. So sitting on your heels, heels of the hands on the ground if you can. And just turning the hands over, gently pressing down. And coming into a straddle stretch. So legs coming out to the side, arms out to the side, and then we're going to bring the side of the body down to the leg, try and get that rotation. So we should be feeling that stretching the obliques. And bringing the hands either side of the leg, bring the chest down towards that leg. And flexing the foot. Again, just try and reach beyond the foot if you can. And we're going to stay as close down to the ground as we can. Bring the chest through the middle to the other foot. Flexing that foot up. Then finally bring the arms to the side and reaching over, trying to rotate the body round. Looking at the ceiling if you can. And reaching the arms up to the ceiling. We're just going to lower down, keeping the back as straight as possible, and we're going to hold, hovering above the ground for 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and all the way down if you can, or elbows on the ground, or again, some of you might not be so flexible, so trying to get as low as you can, just tilting the body forwards. And we're just going to hold for 30 seconds. Try not to let the feet turn in this position. And last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lifting the arms up, bring the legs together, and we're going to do the same for this position. So pike, we're going to bring the arms down, trying to keep the back as straight as possible, and we're just holding 4, 3, 2, and lowering all the way down if you can, trying to reach the hands beyond the feet. Chest should be trying to get flat to the legs. Again, some of you guys might be more like up here. We're just going to hold this position for 30 seconds. So really try and pull yourself into your legs. And last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, reaching the arms up to the ceiling, and let's just come into pigeon stretch. So bring one foot in front of the body, and then back hip press down to the ground, lowering the chest down to the ground. So we should feel the stretching outer glute. And let's change legs. So bring the other leg in front of you, back hip press down to the ground, bring the chest up and then lowering down to the ground. And sitting up, let's come to our lunges. So bring the left leg forwards and then coming into our first lunge position, chest up, shoulders back, right angle with the knee and the foot, pressing the back hip down to the ground. And coming into a reverse, straightening the front leg, bring the chest down towards the front leg, flexing the foot. And coming back into a forwards lunge, back knee off the ground, chest up, arms off the ground, pushing the back hip down. And lowering that back leg down to the ground, coming to a reverse up high, straightening both legs, chest down towards the front leg. And dropping down to the back knee, straightening the front leg. Let's go into splits on that leg, or as close down as you can get. So some of you guys might just be here, some of you might be a little bit further down. But we're just going to hold this, not too long, just for 20 seconds. If you're down on this leg, then try and elevate the front foot by really squeezing that quad. And last 5. And relax. So changing legs into our right leg lunge, and first lunge position, pushing the back hip down to the ground, right angle with the knee and the foot, chest up, shoulders back. Really feel that stretch in the hip, and coming into a reverse, straightening the front leg, flexing the front foot. Bring the chest down to the front leg. And coming back into a forwards lunge, straightening the back leg off the ground, chest up, shoulders back. And lowering that back knee down, straightening both legs into our reverse high lunge. Dropping down to the back knee, straightening the right leg, front leg, and sliding down in splits, keeping the hips square. Again, if you are down in splits, really try and squeeze that quad to elevate the front foot for an extra challenge. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. So we're going to come into side-to-side lunges. So starting on one side, and we're aiming to try and get the bottom down to the ground, pushing the knee out with the elbow, chest up, and then this leg should be trying to get as straight as possible. But again, you might be kind of up here if you're not so flexible. And then we're just going to go from one side, and then we're going to come to the other side. Okay, staying as low down to the ground as you can. If you can, try and press that knee out with the arm. And let's go back to the other side. And then change. So we're just going to come into the middle, into a deep squat position, so starting standing up, and then sinking down as low as we can, trying to push the knees out with the elbows. Again, try not to lean too far forwards, keep the chest up. And we're going to drop down into our frog position, so knees staying in line with the hips, and then we're just going to slide down to the floor. Right angle with the knee and the feet, and then if you can, try and get all the way down. But again, I'm very aware that some people will probably be more like up here, and if that stretches, then don't push it too hard. Just try and ease into that position and hold it where you feel comfortable. And last 10 seconds. And then coming out of that position. And we're just going to go into a butterfly. So we're going to bring the feet together, drop the knees out to the side. And then the aim is to obviously try and get the knees on the floor, but some of you might be up here. So just gently pressing down on the knees. If you are flat, then you can bring the chest forwards for a bit more of a stretch. And sitting up. So we're going to go into a shoulder and tricep stretch. We're going to bring the elbows onto a raised surface, and then bring the hands together, and then you're just going to drop the body down to the ground. And just coming out that position, we're going to go into some cat-cows. So on all fours, dropping the lower back into the floor, and then lifting up the thoracic spine, and then dropping down, and then lifting up. So nice controlled movements. And 2 more. And then dropping down to the floor. Coming into cobra, so hands either side of the body, either side of the chest, pressing up either into straight arms, or if you're new to cobra, you're not so flexible, just drop onto the elbows. Try and keep the feet together and then use the hands to press you back. Again, don't push too hard, just do what feels comfortable to you. And then coming into a reverse, so sitting on heels, pressing the shoulders down to the ground. And coming forwards. And let's go again, pressing up into cobra. Feet together. and into a reverse. And back onto all fours, and this time we're going to tuck the toes underneath and we're going to go into a downward dog. So keeping the legs straight, shoes pressing behind you. Trying to lower the heels down to the ground. And we're going to walk the hands into the feet, keeping the legs straight, walking the hands up the legs, curving the spine, each vertebrae one at a time, bringing the arms up, and then looking up to the ceiling, bring the arms round, and give yourselves a clap if you want to. Well done guys, good session today. Hope you enjoyed this kind of general, nice relaxing stretch, and hopefully see you guys for tomorrow's core work. Please subscribe to my channel and give this video a like, I always forget that.